Among Skyrim's snow-capped peaks and ancient ruins lies a land unlike any other, the Reach, a rugged expanse of redstone, jagged cliffs and bitter winds. Here the Nord's rule is contested not by dragons or Daedra, but by men and women who refuse to yield. The Forsworn are an enigma within Skyrim's lore. They are neither simple bandits nor noble rebels. They wear bones, wield primitive weapons, and mutter to old gods long forgotten by the rest of Tamriel. They attack travellers without mercy, yet their cause, when understood, is heartbreakingly human. They are the Reachmen, descendants of ancient people, who once ruled the Reach before the Nords claimed it for Skyrim. They were promised peace, betrayed, slaughtered, and driven into the wilds. From there, they became the Forsworn, those who have sworn again, to reclaim what was stolen. But the true mystery of the Forsworn is not just their violence or their history. It's how their story reflects Skyrim's greatest contradiction. A land that champions freedom, yet thrives on conquest. To really understand the Forsworn is to understand the blurred line between rebellion and savagery, civilization and vengeance. To grasp the Forsworn mystery, we must begin with their origin, the Markarth incident. Long before the events of the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, the Reach was a province of Skyrim, but its people, the Reachmen, never truly accepted Nordic rule. When the Empire's influence waned after the Great War, chaos followed. Seizing the moment, the Reachmen rose up, expelling the Nords and declaring independence. For the first time in centuries, the Reach belonged to its native people. They crowned a king, the so-called King in Rags, a figure of charisma and vision. Under his leadership, the Reachmen rebuilt their society, returning to their old gods and old ways. For 2 years, they ruled peacefully. Then came Ulfric Stormcloak and his military. Acting with the approval of the Jarl of Markarth, Ulfric's forces retook the city in a brutal campaign. Thousands of Reachmen were slaughtered or imprisoned. Their king was captured and those who survived fled into the wilds. It was there, amid blood and betrayal, that the Forsworn were born. Their very name Forsworn is a paradox. They are both the ones who have forsworn their oaths of loyalty to Skyrim, and the ones who have sworn again to take it back. Their rebellion is not just political, it's spiritual. Every arrow they lose is a prayer to vengeance. When travellers encounter the Forsworn, they see savages. They live in caves and camps, wear fur and feathers and worship strange deities. But their wildness hides an intricate culture rooted in survival and memory. The Forsworn are descendants of the ancient Reachmen, a culture older than Skyrim itself. Their magic comes from the earth, from hagravens, twisted witches who serve as their priestesses, and from old pacts with nature spirits and Daedra. They don't rely on scrolls or tomes. Their knowledge is oral, passed down through ritual and blood. Their camps are small, hidden societies. Within them, there are leaders, shamans, and warriors. Every member has a purpose, from foragers to prophets. To outsiders, their ways do seem barbaric, but to the Forsworn, they are the last remnants of a stolen civilization. Their savagery is not born of ignorance, it's born of desperation. They've been hunted, exiled, and forced into the wilderness. When people have nothing left to lose, they stop caring about the world's approval. At the centre of the Forsworn mystery stands Madanak, their imprisoned king. When the Dragonborn meets him in the Forsworn conspiracy quest, he is no wild beast, but an eloquent, intelligent man. He speaks not like a murderer, but like a philosopher. You Nords, he says, have taken everything from the Reachmen, their land, their gods, their pride. Madanak's genius lies in his ability to maintain loyalty and unity even from a cell. Inside the Sidna mine, he commands the loyalty of his followers through charisma and vision alone. His escape from the mine, if aided by the player, is less a jailbreak and more a symbolic resurrection of a lost king. What makes him truly mysterious is his ambiguity. He is not purely good or evil. He has ordered atrocities, yes, but they are the acts of a man fighting for survival. His rebellion forces the player to question Skyrim's morality. If the Forsworn are monsters, what does that make the Nords who slaughtered them? Madanak is not simply the king in rags, he is the embodiment of people's pain, intellect, and refusal to die quietly. To understand the Forsworn's identity, one must understand their faith. They worship the old gods, ancient deities associated with nature, blood, and vengeance. These gods are likely Daedric in origin, though even the Forsworn themselves may not fully understand who or what they serve. Central to their faith are the Hagravens, women who have sacrificed their humanity in exchange for magical power. To outsiders, they are abominations. To the Forsworn, they are living conduits to divine strength. Through them, warriors are blessed and leaders are chosen. This connection to nature and blood magic gives the Forsworn a kind of primal intelligence. They understand the balance between life and death, growth and decay. Their wild practices, such as ritual sacrifice, is not mindless violence, but acts of devotion, reenacting the eternal struggle between the world's beauty and its cruelty. Their religion also reveals their greatest tragedy. Their gods have been forgotten, even by themselves. They cling to echoes of old rituals, not knowing that the world has moved on without them. Their worship is both faith and mourning. Though they are hunted and hated, the Forsworn's influence on Skyrim's politics is enormous. The Silverblood family of Markarth uses the Forsworn threat as justification to maintain their private army and economic control. The Thalmor manipulate both sides, ensuring Skyrim's divisions remain deep. Even Ulfric Stormcloak, whose actions created the Forsworn, built his legend on their corpses. Every rebellion needs a villain, and the Forsworn fill that role perfectly. They are a convenient scapegoat, violent enough to fear, misunderstood enough to ignore. Markarth's people whisper about Forsworn attacks in the hills, while the city's elite profit from the chaos. And yet, the Forsworn never truly die out. Their resilience mirrors that of the very mountains they inhabit. Every time one camp burns, another rises. Their survival is a quiet defiance, a statement that no amount of oppression can erase memory. The most unsettling truth about the Forsworn is how much they resemble the very Nords who despise them. Both peoples value freedom, pride, and honour. Both worship the land and fight fiercely for their homes, and both distrust outsiders. But the difference is that one side won history's coin toss. Skyrim paints the Forsworn as savages, yet their rebellion mirrors the Stormcloak's own cause. Ulfric's men claim to fight for Skyrim, for the Nords, while Madanak's followers cry, "The Reach is for the Reachmen." Both sides believe they are reclaiming what was stolen. Both spill blood in the name of freedom. This parallel exposes one of Skyrim's central hypocrisies. The Nords see themselves as liberators, but they are also conquerors. The Forsworn are what happens when you strip of identity and land, then punish them for fighting back. Their violence, while tragic, is not without cause. It's the echo of an injustice that Skyrim itself refuses to acknowledge. The Reach remains one of Skyrim's most haunting landscapes. Its mountains hide more than gold. They hide guilt, memory, and the whispers of people who refuse to die. The Forsworn mystery endures because it is unfinished. Their camps still burn, their songs still echo, and their king still lives in legend. And as long as the wind howls across the red cliffs, the Reachman's oath remains unbroken. We are the Forsworn, we cannot be killed, we will return. The Nords may rule the cities, but the mountains still belong to the wild, and the wild remembers everything.